Good evening, my friends. Welcome to the show. I am Lou Mongello. You obviously are my friend. You are my family. You are the box people. I am so excited that you are here again tonight. Wednesday is always my favorite night of the week, other than maybe Taco Tuesday and Sushi Friday and Sushi Sunday. But if you're watching live, thank you so very much for being here. Do me a favor, grab a snack, get comfortable, invite some of your friends to join in as well. Share this out on Facebook, Twitter, AOL, Friend Feed, Prodigy, CompuServe, wherever you sort of call home. And if you're watching on the replay, please join us every Wednesday right here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and turn on notifications because you never know when and where I might be live. Actually, tonight I was supposed to be out. I'm going to do a relatively quick show tonight. I have a late evening meeting tonight, so we're only going to do a show for about a half hour, but I am super excited to see you guys, to talk about whatever it is that you want to discuss, as well as a couple of things that I have in mind as well. I got to put on my goggles so I can see. Oh my gosh, Luria Petrucci is in. Now I'm nervous, right? Now I'm really nervous. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't planning on being here tonight, and Luria's here. Listen, if there's anything you want to know about going live and to learn from the best, go to livestreamingpros.com or on Facebook. Luria is the best in the business, and she also just happens to be an amazing human being as well. So, which is really, I really love the amazing human being part. The Facebook is secondary and tertiary to all that too. One of these days, Luria, at a conference when we're not sick and tired, or tired and sick, we're actually going to get together and share a meal as well. So, Melanie Jones, you know me so well. Of course, it is going to be a late evening meeting with food. I will probably share photos from where I am because, well, that'll give you a hint as to where I'm going to be. So, if you have a meeting with me, you know where we usually will, where we will probably end up when we do. But Judy and Kevin, Marisha Brzezinski, hey, howdy, hey, good to see you as well. Jim Rohoski, you are always the first one in the box, brother. I appreciate you so much. Nikki Keller, it's good to see you. I owe you a message. I'll get back to you later on tonight, and we will definitely make that happen as well. Corey Bassett, my friend, always good to see you. I hope you and your family are doing well. Annie Longa says, what kind of food? Any kind of food. Any kind of food. So, Corey, I do. Maybe I do have a meeting, and maybe it does happen to be at the Boathouse. Harlan Wang, it was great to meet you. It was great to meet Joshua as well. I like that kid a lot. He is smart. He's quick, and I like the way that kid rolls. So, Kathy Rashoni, listen, speaking of people couples, like, forget Brangelina. Like, Dave and Kathy Rashoni are the Brangelina for a new generation. They are wonderfully human beings. They are insanely talented. And, oh, by the way, they're coming with us to Alaska in, it's weeks. I don't know why I did a camera switch because I'm just really excited. I posted the video today because I'm so excited about Alaska. More importantly, our friends. Most importantly, the food. But really, it's about the friends and the camaraderie of being in Alaska. So I'm super psyched as we are counting down. Stephanie Perry Bullock, I love you. And I was going to say end your donuts, but that would have sounded weirder than it should have. Emma MCL, I hope you and your new family are doing well. I see pictures of your beautiful baby girl. She is wonderful. I can't wait to meet you guys when you come out here. John C. Jones, I hope you are feeling better, brother. And Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York, always on the voicemail each and every week. Luria, we still have, what camera am I looking at? We still have room. It's June 18th to the 25th. You want to talk about a beautiful live broadcast situation like Alaska? Crazy. It makes you truly appreciate, however you think this earth got here, Big Bang, God, Buddha, karma, whatever it is, going to Alaska makes you appreciate the true wonder and splendor and just how infinitesimally small we are on this great big marble floating through space. Becky says you're never going to pick another cruise date again. You're only saying that, Becky, because you're mad that you're going to miss Chris Hemsworth at a Comic-Con like 2 days earlier. You can hop off the ship and fly back. But Becky, we need to have a come to Jesus moment, right? Look me in the eyes and hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. Whether you spend the $150 to get Chris Hemsworth's autograph or not, the chances of you two running away together are as probably as good as the chances of he and I running off together. So we will have a much better time in Alaska. I will make it up to you. All you can eat at Cabanas. I mean, it's not on me, but all you can eat at Cabanas, knock yourself out. Chris Hemsworth will always be there, except after Infinity War, but I've said too much already. Gosh, I would love to talk about what my theories of Infinity War are, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody. So, Emma, yes, we will definitely get together when you are here, whether it's for a meet of the month or otherwise. Luria, you clearly don't know Becky. Luria Petrucci says, don't go breaking her heart. Clearly you've never met Becky Menken. It's a very small black heart. Never mind. Anyway, she's a very good person. So, wait, Chris Hemsworth at a Comic-Con, when and where, says, now that's all they're talking about is Chris Hemsworth. They forgot about me completely. You better meet him while you can. He's at some sort of Comic-Con in the Seattle area, like June 23rd, 24th, somewhere around there. So, let's see. Courtney, I am sorry. I'm going to miss you for the April meetup. We will hook up one of these times sooner or later. So, Karine says, what if Giada was in your neck of the woods? Would I cancel? Maybe. Well, for Giada, maybe. No, I don't know. Selma Hayek, possibly. Jennifer Love Hewitt, 5 years ago, maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, Becky, there'll be other opportunities for Chris Hemsworth in the future. So, and I'm sure he has a no-touch policy. You know who's got a no-touch? Famke Janssen. Famke, whatever, from X-Men days. If you go, and I don't know this personally, but I know it from secondhand from other, you are not allowed to touch her. Like in any sort of a, hey, can I have a hug? Can I put an arm on your shoulder? She'll sit there when she takes a picture like this, and no touchy. I'm a hugger, man. If I'm paying that money, I'm going in for the hug. You can tase me, but it'll all be worth it. So, Courtney, oh my God, I used to have the crush I used to have on Jennifer Love Hewitt. Gail Lorber, happy Easter to you as well, whether you celebrate the holiday, the peeps, the Easter eggs, an excuse to eat, breaking the fast. Oh my God, I can't wait to break the fast. I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed and happy week and holiday season, or just enjoy spring break. So, Allison Ramos Miller, you've come a long way, baby, because you just said you just did the dance of joy when you found out that Agent Coulson was in Infinity War. Like, the fact that you are saying any of those words is incredibly impressive to me. You've caught up to speed in the Marvel Universe very, very quickly. So, John C. Jones says the Funko Pop is coming out with a Grease set. Just saying. John Jones, while that excites me on a personal level, that still is not going to get me to admit exactly who I was when I performed in Grease. I'm going to take that to my grave. Although maybe I said, at my wake, maybe I'll allow like a one-time showing of the Grease tape and then just bury it and burn it with me, because nobody's going to want to ever see that again. So Allison is like, I know what all those words mean. Oh, see, this is why I love you. You have really come a long way in the years that I've known you. Jason Saunders, you had me at Infinity War. Show of hands, show of likes, show of thumbs up, show of hearts, however it is that you want to show. If you have your Infinity War tickets already, it's now less than 30 days away. It's April 27th, 28th, I don't know, somewhere around there. We're at the 30-day count. If you got your tickets, let me know. I am ridiculously excited for Infinity War. Matt Shane, it's good to see you, brother. I don't know the details of this, and this is going to sound way too... I, for some reason, dreamt about you last night. Not in a weird, creepy kind of way, although saying that makes it weird and creepy, but I don't know why I had a dream about you last night. It was you and your wife, so if that makes it any less weird, but yeah, I don't know why. Corey Bassett, you want me to show the gauntlet? That gauntlet up there? Man, I'm going to get this right one of these days. This gauntlet? Now, Luria, if you're still watching, I'm sure that you get a lot of stuff sent to you by your, she has raving fans. I just have friends. You've got fans. But last week, somebody sent me, now look, it's shown actual size. Like I know I'm a wee little man, but yeah, somebody sent me this giant Infinity Gauntlet. So I'm talking just, all these people think I'm talking to them, but really I'm just talking to you. So this, I wonder if I can bring this to me when I go see Infinity War in less than a month, but, practical, no. Awesome, absolutely. Gray Hauser, good to see you as well. Darlene watched Thor Ragnarok this weekend. So here's a quick question for you. All right, Gauntlet, quiet down. As we start to ramp up, and I think I'm going to do a Marvel show. I think I'm going to do a Marvel-themed show on the podcast as we sort of count down and ramp up to Infinity War. I want to know, what is your favorite film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Sarah wants to know, Gracie is wondering if she can see the Becky puppet in action. Right? I mean, this puppet right there? I don't know. We're having a nice night. I don't know. Becky might be upset, but because I have a feeling that it's your daughter that's asking. This is the information. Boy, Luria, you must think I'm whacked out now, but this is the Becky puppet. We'll see if she makes a grand appearance later on in the show or in an upcoming episode. So. Armando likes Captain America. Richard Pete, you are not alone in liking Black Panther. The numbers are the numbers. Everybody seems to like Black Panther. Dan Collins digs Civil War. Dan, I'm with you, man, because I like Civil War a lot. I love it for the introduction of Spider-Man, obviously. Mark Reynolds, I can watch the first Avengers movie over and over and over again, and I think that's the indicator of a good movie. Jeremiah, I'm with you on the first Avenger. I am an origin story guy. I love First Avenger. I love the original Iron Man. Certainly Spider-Man Homecoming. If you can see by all my Spideys here. And actually, there's a lot more Spideys now. Oh, wait, let me do it this way. There's a lot more on the wall that I finally got around to putting up. So I love Winter Soldier. Arguably, Melanie Jones. Arguably. In a good kind of way, the best or one of the best of the films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Matthew loved Thor 3. Thor 3 had a lot of the same type of humor that Guardians did. Amanda, I will absolutely do a Marvel show. Barbie Thielen, you said you had me at Spider-Man Homecoming. I am, again, obviously a huge... Matt says, get that puppet a mimosa. Becky likes hers a little bit sweeter than that. John Jones, Iron Man timed with Guardians. Ricky, DJ Technoid Reed, I hope you are doing well. Marissa Brzezinski does a typical Lou Mongello answer. I ask for one, she gives me 5. She gives me Civil War, Winter Soldier, Captain America, Black Panther, and Iron Man. Christopher Stank, like Tony Stank? Tony Stank, that's not going away anytime soon. Thor, Captain America, Black Panther, a lot of Black Panthers. Even Becky Mangan says Black Panther, Civil War, anything with Thor, even the sound off, even with the sound off. Oh, Becky, I don't, you know what? I will, respectfully disagree with you because Thor 2, The Dark World is probably of the 18 films, I think 92.7% of the people who are ranking will probably put Thor 2, The Dark World last. Not a great movie, not a great... There are some movies that stand alone well within and outside the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think Homecoming is one. I think Ant-Man is another one. Certainly Black Panther absolutely stands on its own. Thor 2, The Dark World doesn't do much for the Thor story. It doesn't do much for the Infinity War story. It doesn't do much for the Avengers story. I'll save my comments for another day. So, Kyle Doherty, Howard the Duck obviously is a cinematic masterpiece. Don't be surprised if you don't see Howard. And I'm serious. Don't be surprised if you don't see Howard the Duck again. So, Spider-Man Homecoming. God, I wish I had more time to watch that again. It's been way too long. Kyle Ann Fossil. Wait a minute. I have to try and pronounce your name and make this bigger. Kyle Ann Fossil Verheller. Never saw a single one. Is that by choice? Are you in prison? Are you being held captive somewhere and need help? Why have you never seen a single one of the Marvel Cinematic Universes? How about a Black Widow standalone movie? Scott Otis, when you ask it that way, it makes it a lot weirder than it actually should be. I don't think that you will see. Let me put it this way. Not only, I'll put it this way. Not only do I not think that you're going to, well, you might. There's a lot that's going to happen in Infinity War, whether you know the comics or not. There's going to be some sadness. So just get ready. Katya, always nice to see you. Chuck Lionberger says, always got to go with the Captain, either 2 or Civil War. Either 2, right? Look, Winter Soldier is a phenomenal film. Really one of the best. And I think for some people, it probably ranks in the top 2 or 3 of all the films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a lot of reasons. Joey Davidson, I don't know why these things are going small tonight. I watched all of season 1 of Jessica Jones. I have not had a chance to see season 2 as yet. Tony from Detroit, love the show. Go Lions. Interesting what their season's going to look like this year. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ricky DJ Technoid Reed, I'm going to blame this on the rain or the meds. You just said you saw Howard the Duck 3 times in the theater on release, and it was amazing to you. Howard the Duck, like the Howard the Duck, Leah Thompson, very weird, kind of into that Howard the Duck. You sure? 3 times? They don't have a lot of movies out where Ricky lives, so he does, I get it. You take the entertainment wherever. Amanda, you're going to cry. So get ready. But, don't underestimate the power of the Infinity Gauntlet and what this can do. Mary Wall has never seen any Marvel movies. What is going on? Becky Mankin, we don't agree on a lot of things, but Winter Soldier did in fact rock. Jessica Jones. So I will tell you, Courtney, when I first started watching Jessica Jones, the first season, it took a little while to sort of get on board. It was a very slow burn at the beginning, but it paid off much later on. So Johnny Manziel met with the Patriots. I saw that. So Rebecca, I was waiting for somebody to say Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians of the Galaxy numbers, again, obviously prove how a franchise that most people who were not comic book nerds had no idea. I think because it was smart, it was funny, it was accessible to non-comic book fans. There was a lot of heart in that movie. I think because of the humor, it also appealed to families and kids as well. So, Angie's only seen Guardians. Father George, you haven't seen any Marvel. So Father George, you need to come here. You can come and stay in my guest room for an entire weekend, and we will do nothing but eat and watch Marvel movies. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make that a contest. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Maybe. So quick aside, I'm doing my Momentum event and I'm doing my Momentum retreat this June. It's a 3-day weekend mastermind, which by the way, there's only 1 seat left. It's at a vacation home. Everybody gets their own room. We're going to have food. Like everything's going to be taken care of. Everything's included. There's a pool. I've got some other surprises. What if I did another similar vacation home rental, but instead of something like a business related thing, we do like a WDW Radio Nation retreat. Limited number of seats available. We'll watch Marvel movies all weekend. We'll eat our faces off. We'll play games, pajama party. I think somebody write that down. The WDW Radio Nation retreat weekend. I've been thinking about the retreat for a long time. I think we finally just sort of put it all together. I think that has to happen. So, the WDW Radio Nation retreat has been sitting up there for about a year. I think now, I don't know why this was the thing that sort of prompted me to do it, but we've got to get you guys to watch these movies together. So, Corey says, please, after I get back from my deployment, Corey, anytime you get back from your deployment, you want to come here. We'll sit on my oh so big and comfy couch. We'll get lots of blankets and lots of fat food, and we will watch Marvel movies all weekend long, man. So, Jason just wrote it in his day planner. And Jeremiah was talking about Chris Pratt and Bradley. I love Bradley Cooper, by the way. Like, as much as one man can love the work of another man, I love Bradley. I love him in like movies like Limitless and stuff like that too. Father George says, retreats are my specialty. Well, there you go. We'll just make it. I love it. Kelly says, does the boathouse cater, and will they cater the retreats? You know what? I'm going to have to ask Chef Bob that question when I see him in about a half hour. Is sort of like your anniversary show on steroids, but without it being a 40-hour live broadcast. So, will you have your Molly doll? I don't know what a Molly doll is. John Jones says, I bring the jambalaya. Well, see, that might earn you a seat at the table just by virtue of the jambalaya. So, Martin, my friend from the UK, says, oh, did Becky say something about a sponsored sleepover? Well, even better off. A MEI Travel sponsored sleepover, which I know will come with, wait a second. Hold on. I mean, if we're going to do it, get your daughter up. If I'm going to sponsor the sleepover, I get to choose the bedroom that I want. I want a manservant. I want wine. I want more wine with the manservant. We understand, Becky. You would get the biggest and the best room and, a butler service as well. But we might have to make that happen. So, FYI, I said short show tonight. I only got about 7 more minutes, and then I've got a boogie out of here. So, Marissa Brzezinski, James Brolin went from Goonies to being Thanos and Cable, like within weeks of each other. He's going to have a super summer. James Brolin's, he's a bad mamma jamma this summer. So I'm curious to see him in both roles. So, Molly was the doll from the show The Big Comfy Couch. I have literally never heard of the show The Big Comfy Couch. I know of my Big Comfy Couch, which just happens to be downstairs, but matching pajamas for the sleepovers, fam jams. Listen, we I don't know if we need matching, but we can certainly have a. I'm sure, much like we do on our cruises, when we have pajama parties, the attire that people choose to walk through the ship late at night with is often interesting. We'll have a little bit more flexibility in terms of what's acceptable at the house. But Darlene Nagy says, James Brolin, very nice on the eyes. Becky Menken says, Deadpool, Deadpool, Deadpool. You don't actually go to the theaters, Becky, but when you get your screener version at home, I think you have to see Deadpool on the big screen. So I wish Deadpool could make the crossover to Avengers. Marissa, I think that Deadpool will make a crossover into the Marvel world when the ink is dry and the dust settles. I absolutely think that Feige and everybody else has a very definite grand plan in terms of merging those two worlds. Look, I would bet dollars to donuts you will see I don't want to call it a reboot of the X-Men, but maybe X-Men done right. Same thing with Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer. We're going to get a proper Silver Surfer, a proper Doctor Doom, the right way. But Nikki Keller, yeah, you've got to see Deadpool. You've got to see a lot of these movies, especially things like Infinity War, which are such a, you can watch Ant-Man on your home screen. That's fine. But a grand movie like Infinity War needs to be seen on the big screen. So, Chuck, more importantly, if you are a Deadpool and or Spider-Man fan, what you really want to see is the bromance, like the legit bromance between Deadpool and Spider-Man that exists in that universe. That could be good stuff. Matt says, move the puppet away from the Infinity Stone. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of things that are coming in the future for the Marvel world, that are going to be exciting as a result of this. Oh, wait, there was one thing. I'm looking at the wrong camera. There was one thing that I did want to show you tonight that I don't know if you saw. We're talking about Marvel. So here you go. So Martin, here's a perfect, somewhat of a perfect segue. So many Brill films we could watch at the sleepover. Marvel, Disney, a certain grease tape, not going to happen, and Star Wars. And for those of you who have been interested and excited for Galaxy's Edge, do you see the release today of a screenshot of what the in-ride footage is going to look like when you go and visit this remote outpost of Batuu? If you haven't, come closer. Here it is. So this was released today from ILM X Lab. So they were sort of doing a real-time, almost like a screener of what the in-ride footage is going to look like. So this is it's a real-time rendering of what the latest technology and they're actually using, if you're a gamer, like the old Unreal gaming engine. So they've made technical modifications to it. They've got 8 GPUs rendering, like, I know I'm getting incredibly nerdy, but so this is sort of what it is going to look like from inside the Millennium Falcon. Now, again, you see it says pre-alpha. So alpha, when you're building and developing software, the beta is usually what is released initially. Alpha is sort of an internal version. This is a pre-alpha. So take these graphics and you can increase the depth probably, exponentially to a certain degree from what we are going to see once Galaxy's Edge comes up. So, Nikki Keller, when we get together to talk for coffee, because I haven't forgotten, I'm going to respond to you later on tonight. I am an old school gamer. I still have my Atari 2600 in my garage. I just need to find an adapter so I can hook up the old analog output to like an HDMI or like an RGB input on a newer TV. So, you started to question the validity of the grease tape. That, you know what, Beck? Listen, Becky, you can't do that to me. You can't try and guilt me. I'm Catholic and Italian. That's amateur hour. The grease tape is real. You're just never going to see it. So it's like the Ark of the Covenant, right? It's like, you know that it's there. You know it exists somewhere. You have this faith, right? But you're probably never going to see it in your lifetime. When you move on to the next plane of existence, whether it's the afterlife, heaven, reincarnation, whatever you believe, that maybe is where the grease tape will exist. When you go to see St. Peter at the pearly gates, there's all these things that you've been waiting to see. I want to see the face of God and I want to see the grease tape. Probably in that order is best. But when we get to see more pics from inside Toy Story Land, it was such a tease. So, Deirdre, I did get to see inside Toy Story Land, obviously not able to take or share any kind of pictures. I do believe that we will get another look probably in the next couple of weeks, probably in mid-April. I think we're going to get a look again. So, so John Jones, one of these days we'll talk about some old school video game stuff and we can all nerd out. Maybe we'll bring it to the Nation Retreat. Maybe, but wait a minute. Maybe I think we'll bring it to the Momentum Retreat. So one quick plug before I boogie. Again, if you are an entrepreneur or want to play one on TV, if you've got a blog, a podcast, a video, a software, a service, an idea, and want some help turning that thing that you love into the thing that you do, this is a weekend retreat at a vacation home. We only have one spot left, and I do have somebody who's interested. So if you're even thinking, go to LouMongello.com/retreat. More importantly, the Momentum Weekend Workshop in Walt Disney World this October is a 2-day event. There's an optional mastermind day afterwards. That takes place over the weekend. It does happen to be Food and Wine Festival because I'm not obviously a crazy person. This is a combination of workshops and presentations. Really, I think one of the best ways to learn and share and network and grow that thing that you love. We are about 40% sold out on that. So again, just go to LouMongello.com and you will find out more about both. Unfortunately, short show tonight, short guy every day, because I got a boogie. I have got to make tracks to head out to a meeting tonight. Please, excuse me, if you have not done so as yet, please be part of the community, be part of our family, and invite your friends to be part of it as well. I would love the conversations, the communication, the interactions really to take place in the Box People group over on Facebook. I think that is the best way, because everything that you post, not as an administrator, but as a member, gets seen by everybody. And I think that's the best place to facilitate the most engaging conversation. So please go over, join the community, invite some friends. Again, bring a snack as well. Thanks as always to all the members, new and longtime members of the WDW Radio Nation. If you want to find out how you can support the show and get exclusive rewards every single month, including a live video group call, like we do it all together. We're all on video together. Those are a lot of fun. Go to WDWRadioNation.com. I am so sorry for a short show tonight. If I make it out to the parks in the next few days or over the weekend, I'll try and go live again and bring a little bit of Disney to you wherever you are. Guys, thank you so very much. I sincerely love you with all of my little fluffy heart that I have. I appreciate you so very much. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. Don't forget, if you haven't checked it out, our live review of Sassagoula Float Works. Share it with your friends. Comment in the Box People group if you've ever eaten at Sassagoula, and if so, what your favorite item on the menu is. Thank you guys so very much for being here. I hope to see you next time and in real life at the next Meet of the Month. So until then, see ya.